welding career. What's going on, family? Black Feniks checking in. Just wanted to come to you live this morning and talk to you about that. It was something someone asked me, and I wanted to shine some light on it real quick. A job, a welding job, or just a job. A job is going to work just to earn an income, a check on it. I just need to pay this bill right now, and that's it. That's more of a job situation. A career is actually when you go into a situation and you learn something and you get some training and go through some programs that can actually help you gain more responsibility and more pay. So a career is something where you can actually keep going up. Now, it does got a top to a career as far as, like I say, a ceiling when you're working for someone. Certain companies might say, okay, we pay our welders no more than $22 an hour. My bad, I lost my light real quick. We pay our welders no more than $22 an hour, and that might be the top at that company. But they might have different benefits and they might have different packages and different things that make it well worth you being a part of that career with that company. And like I say, you also have to look at being in certain areas. Certain areas, if you're making a certain income, having a career versus a job is always better. Now, having a job can be a career. So you can just have a job that you can actually turn into a career. Like, I have been on jobs where a person was just working as a helper, didn't really have a career at it. He just had a job, wanted to pay some bills. And then one day he said, hey man, I think I want to give a shot at that welding. I can do that. I never forget it because I actually experienced this with a gentleman. And he was like, I want to learn. I'm like, man, go holler at them. I'll teach you how to do it. So he talked to the owners of the company and they was like, sure, when we slow, get with Joe. Joe will help you, get beside him, he'll show you. So I had time enough to actually train this dude, show him how to do the uphill, because we was doing a lot of uphill with our vertical and we was doing horizontal and flat. So that's what we was focusing on, those three positions. And man, the guy came out to be a great welder, and he just had a job. He was just cleaning up and helping out. And now he got a career. I know he's still welding and still doing his thing. Don't know exactly if he's still with the company or not. But this guy started off as a job. So sometimes a job can turn into a career. And I didn't had careers that seems like jobs, like you're just working like, man, yeah, but I'm just making a check. You might be in a position, you might be making a little money, but you're not really at peace with it. It's just more just like coming in, punching the clock, going to the house. So you have to just look at it from your personal standpoint, what you enjoy doing, what you like doing, um, what career you want to get into, because there's many different careers, but I can only give you some tips and some smart things I have done and some bad things I have done when it comes to welding. But I will say this: the opportunity with welding is endless. Like, even in this town, Dumas, Arkansas, they got a great opportunity for people in this area that want a job or a career. It's like a two in one. You can come and just get a job, or you can say, you know what, I want to learn something, I want to advance, I want to do this, I want to do a little of that, and then now you're an asset when you're a person that can just not only do one thing with the company, but they might have you doing four or five different things and you good at those four or five different things. So a job can turn into a career. So for those who are actually looking for a job to turn into a career, Dumas is where it's at in this area. I'm just passing through right now at the moment, you know what I mean? But while I'm here, I'm actually learning a couple things to add to what I do. And I love the process of manufacturing and fabrication because it gives ideas, especially to the person that's an entrepreneur, that's a go-getter. Like, it helps you figure out different ways to manufacture your product, different ways to ship, different ways to organize and build your product. Like, I have learned some things about building my welding skids from working with this company. They have actually given me a few ideas and tips and tricks on how I actually be bringing to y'all, give y'all some updates on my welding skids. So I've been using the skills, this company's skills at what they do to add to what I do. You know what I mean? And I think that's what you do when you building a career. You can always go up. And I remember I talked to a gentleman here who been with this company for, I think he said 33 years since it's been in its existence. And he said he started out at $7 an hour, family. And the amazing thing is this man got a lot going right now. And I think about me telling my video when I started at $8 an hour, and some people frowned on it, but it was in the area we was in. He was in Arkansas. And now, yeah, he making way more than that, and I'm making way more than that. But it was the point of where you started. Sometimes your start can be humbling; it can be very humbling. But right now, in this day and age, you don't have to start out being a welder at $8 an hour. You can start out at $17 an hour, $16 an hour. Starting out depends on what city you in, what state you in. All of that plays a big part of it. In Arkansas right now, the minimum wage is $11. So that's a real big ups for everybody that's working in Arkansas because they had put their time in. There's a lot of factories, a lot of money. It's a lot of things being made in Arkansas that I really, honestly, wasn't even aware of. But now that I'm back, I see how they had to raise the bar. You know what I mean? It's a lot of manufacturers, a lot of plants, companies, produce. It's a lot of stuff that's happening here. So when you think about a job versus a career, you want to ask yourself a question. What are you wanting to turn it into? Is it just going to be a job? Because you can turn a job to a career, to a business. That's what I did personally. I turned a job into a career, into a business. But I actually started out with a career. I started out being a combination of welder, So I went to school so I can learn how to be a combo welder. And I was going to take it from there. So I had a vision. Okay, I got a career. When I got out of prison after doing that decade, I was like, you know what? I got a career instead of a job. So many people got out and they just had jobs, and I see them come back in, they get discouraged. Man, I ain't finna keep flipping them burgers, man, this and this. So I figure if I had a career, you at least gain a little bit more respect. And you do. I have been the only black welder on many jobs, many jobs. And when I'm dealing with the workers, I tend to get, at first they'd be like, I don't know. And then you get to working with them beside them. I gain the respect from them and some of the ones at the top. But I can't say that on every job site I haven't experienced some type of racism or some type of belittlement or some type of backbiting, some type of something just due to me being the only African American on the job site and sufficient at what I do. And I know it's other brothers who do pipe welding that travels. Shout out to my brother, you know what I mean? They got the song got well talk, I see he be doing a lot of TIG welding, a lot of refineries. So with what he do, it's a great demand. And us coming through as black welders, it doesn't look, you know, we're like the oddball, you know what I mean? Now you have some that sell out, and I don't want to sell out. I wanted to keep it 100 and be able to give some good information for my people that's actually searching for some good information instead of being watered down. I'm just keeping it organic. Even though my phone is kind of messed up, I don't care. I feel like the information need to be shared, so I'm gonna share the information. And I feel like that we have to just utilize what we have and make the best of it. So I've literally took a job, turned into a career, turned into a business. Right now, I'm in I would say, the redevelopment stages of my business. I'm down actually in my hometown, working on my mama's renovation still, trying to get that together, working on some things with my children. I just got a lot on my plate right now. So I'm in Arkansas trying to get things together, but this is not where I will be forever. I'm just passing through, but I will always have a home here. This is my home. You know what I mean? So my goal is to encourage those who's in my home state to turn a job into a career. Use welding, man. Welding has got me out of here. And that's one thing I wanted to say before I leave. A lot of people haven't left the area. They stuck in the area. Their minds are limited because they never went anywhere. So they tend to judge people and say things and do things that's disrespectful or that's just being naive to not traveling, not going nowhere. Get outside your square. If you're in a small place, that's cool, but learn to travel. Get out, see some different jobs, experience some different people. That way you can get a bigger view on what you're doing. Keep getting your hog on. Y'all be blessed. Just wanted to come in and talk to you about a welding job versus a welding career. Hog on.